Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Stud the Kid coming at you live from San Antonio, Texas. I got my boy here. He's finna introduce himself, tell us where he's from, and we gonna go from there. Go on ahead, take it away.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Frequency. I was born in Gainesville, Florida. I'm living in Houston, Texas right now.
Whoop whoop. Yo, how's that Houston life?
It's pretty nice out here right now, honestly. We had that really weird cold like with the power going out thing last year, but the weather's been super nice right now because it's not summer, it's not winter yet. So it's been like 70 degrees outside every day for like 3-4 days, which that's not like it here. Usually the weather is ever changing, but it's been pretty nice lately.
Man, I know what you're talking about. That's how it was out here for a little bit over here in San Antonio. We only a couple of hours apart. So, but
Okay. Oh, that's
man,
right. Yeah.
yep, just a couple hours because I'm over in San Antonio, you in Houston, so we making it happen. All right, America, you see, we close, we close. So tell us a little bit, Frequency, about yourself. Tell us, the type of music you have. Just let's dive in.
Okay. So my whole approach with the music thing is, well, I come from an orphanage in Miami, and then I made my way to Houston. So most of my adult life in music influence came from Houston because that's where I was on like the duration of the second half of my life. So a lot of my music, you'll notice, has like something chopped and screwed or slowed down or something like that. And I like using those like aspects, to be completely honest, in my music because I feel like it compensates for the lack of other vocals that could be there, like because I'm the only one that's doing it on my end, you know what I mean? So it's only my vocals, and so I've got to find different ways to portray the vocals, but at the same time I got to be able to keep that consistency without overdoing it and making it boring or stale. So I like my Houston influence that I have and stuff. I have a direction with my music too, like, and I have a purpose behind my music as well. And that's actually the name of that album's Music's Losing a Frequency, is because like I feel like it's and that's why I was thanking you so much earlier. But music's losing its ability to keep artists out there, and it's hard for artists nowadays to promote themselves and stuff like that. Nowadays, it's just really difficult to put your name out there and find a crowd that's gonna listen to it. And not because people don't want to, but because a lot of time people are just busy dealing with stuff in life and don't get the information they need to attend those types of events and stuff. But with that being said, like all of my music, you'll notice is it's got a message to it, because I think music with a message is a huge thing. Because there was a period of time for a while where there was just a lot of music out there that was just a lot of music, you know what I mean, but not really like
Exactly.
not really influencing like anybody in a manner that would like necessarily positive or negatively, because we have to be real here, you know what I mean, affect that person. But like for example, in my on that album I've got Bird and Wine, right? So Bird and Wine is a song about how people bottle up their problems and they just live with them, you know what I mean? And that song's
Hmm.
about basically how doing that can make a person more aggressive, or could lead them to addiction on certain things like that. I got another song in there called "Allergic to Being Last," and that speaks for itself. And the hook on that one's about going fast and things like that. Because one thing I definitely do like to do, and it is breaking the law, but I do drive fast. I won't lie. Like I like
You,
driving.
you,
I like
so
driving.
you with that? You with that driving fast?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm driving. Like I'll try. Like before
So
I would fly anywhere, I'm driving there for sure. I used to jump out of planes in the army, and I'm not doing planes anymore. That's for sure. I just can't do that. So I'm driving everywhere.
so wait a
But
minute.
yeah,
Let's tackle this. I mean, so let's go back a little bit. So you used to be in the army, right?
yes, yep.
What were you in the military?
25 Romeo. So that's a communication information electronic maintenance and operator, I believe, is like the full title of it or whatever on when you sign the contract. But I went to Defense Information School of Technology in Fort Meade, Maryland, which is where I went, and they basically taught me everything from like really a circuit board all the way up to like building an antenna and connecting to a satellite. So it's all nerdy stuff, don't get me wrong. You will pass out in that class, but it's extremely difficult too, to be honest. It's got an 84% washout rate, and so they can only teach 8 people at a time. So the course there is really long too. It was tough, but I buckled down and got through that. So but yeah, that's what I did.
So how did you go from okay military, to doing all that those man, I don't even know what you call it. So messing with those antennas and everything to
Yeah.
now all of a sudden you a rap artist.
Well, the thing with that is I've been an artist my entire life. The
Mm,
military just more or less had to happen because I had a like a very up and down, I guess, childhood more or less, and so I didn't really have a chance at college in the same manner that other people had. Plus, I was a transfer my junior year of high school, which really like it like eliminated the possibilities out of a lot of scholarships, I guess, that I was going to get because I transferred in the middle of my high school years or something like that. I don't know because I had no guidance on it. You know what I mean? I just had to do whatever I had to do at that time, and so because I was going to graduate no matter what. You know what I mean? So because high
right.
school is high school, and I'm not going to be a guy that doesn't have his GED. So, anyways, in the process of like pursuing it, basically, I needed a permanent address, and I had to get that permanent address from a school zone that was in a different district, and that ultimately like screwed me over on a lot of grants and scholarships and things like that, which I didn't know again at the time. But either way, so that forced me into a position where I basically had to go into the military because I don't have anybody out here actually supporting me in any manner. Like, a lot of people have like, their grandma watches them or something similar to that or whatever. But so I went to the military. And excuse me, on staying in there and stuff, even in the military too. To be honest with you, like, because I started playing piano, and I started designing album covers for people, and I started doing all sorts of graphics effects and all that in like sixth grade probably, and it stayed with me because I did like it so much. But even in the military, man, I'm not lying. Like we'd be having parties in the barracks, and I'd be there freestyling for everybody and stuff like that. I had a microphone in my room. I had a condenser microphone in my room. So sensitive though, I'm not gonna lie. One time I was in my room and I was laying some vocals on the track, and like I heard my front door move, and this is at the time this was in North Carolina, and when I looked at the front door, underneath the door is coming a spider, and I was like that was a big enough spider to move a door, you know what I'm saying? But I have been doing the rap thing forever, so I'm not gonna lie. I just now, thanks to you, have been able to put any type of information out there, like to the point where I could even have this interview. You know what I mean? So
So this is what we do. So my question to you is, okay, do you have any music already distributed? If you do, who's it through? I mean, what you got going on right now?
I do have music distributed already. I have music distributed through DistroKid. So I started originally distributing music through uh CD Baby, but I had an issue basically with CD Baby, which I'm not going to get into the details on it because I don't know, I just don't know everything on it yet, basically. But the album got like held, and then I went to DistroKid and I re-released it through them, and now it's out there. It's on Spotify, it's on Pandora Pro or Premium or whatever it is, and then it's on YouTube, and it's called Music's Losing a Frequency, and you'll see a picture of me there with I have a headband on. It's a little like camouflage bandana, which I'm usually wearing. But then when I went to put it on earlier, I realized that when I shave my head, I look hilarious with a bandana on. So I didn't wear it.
Nah,
So
you good. You good.
and
So
I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I was like, oh my God, I look, oh, dude, it looks like somebody took a deviled egg and just cut the top half of the egg off and just left the yolk in the middle chilling like in a cup.
oh man, oh man. Don't even worry about it. I mean, hey, we entertaining all of America right now. Okay.
I know that's right. They're
Nah,
welcome.
so frequency, I gotta ask you, okay, because you touched on something that I have experience in. So I'm actually uh I actually used to be in child protective services, and then I went into adult protective services, and so I completely understand the foster care system and being an orphan. So if you don't
Yeah.
mind, I mean, this is your time. If you don't mind, could you
No, I don't mind.
elaborate
Trust
what
me, I don't.
happened? How did you, I mean, speak on that?
Okay, so as a kid at like that young of an age and stuff, like because I was really young, I couldn't actually get to the orphanage, and again, I'm speaking everything like I experienced, and some of it may or less be able to be explained, I guess, by someone that was in CPS or something like that, basically like yourself or whatever, a little bit better. But since I was young, and I couldn't ask questions, or neither did I care enough to pay attention to understand anything going on. You know what I mean? Like I was in kindergarten during part of the time. So it was like I don't know what was actually what, but I do know what I like experienced, I guess, more or less. So basically, whenever I was with my biological parents, uh, I would be with my mom sometimes, and I would never really be with my dad. But the times my dad I was ever with my dad, he would come and like take me from wherever I was. So, and this is gonna sound, it's gonna start to sound like a sad story or whatever, and I'm not exaggerating nothing, but again, like I don't want no one feeling sorry for me or nothing like that either. But anyways, so like my mom apparently used to like leave me at places because I guess I don't know why, because I never really got to ask her. But my dad used to like break in and take me from like the babysitters, so who I found out later, I think that the babysitters were my sisters, I think, and I also had a brother named Matthew. But
Yeah.
I know he got in trouble. He got in trouble one time for stealing IDs or something like that, and they took him away while I was at the babysitter's house. But my dad was pretty bad with it too. He used to like burst into the one time he burst into the babysitter's house and he took me and like when I say he took me, like I mean he like ran in, he grabbed me by the arm and like ran out the house. And so like whenever we got out the house, he like ducked in these bushes. And so we were behind these bushes and then some cars went passing by and at the time I didn't know what they were, but they were police, you know what I mean? And I remember like we after they had gone some, he had broken down some boxes in a dumpster behind a gas station and we slept on him that night. Then we woke up the next day and he took me to the dollar store, let me get a toy. And then I guess at the time I didn't know, but he took me to a bar after that, which I actually like value that memory of going to that bar a lot in my life because at that bar, this lady was talking to him, and I guess he was trying to like use his kid to get her attention or something like that. But he had turned to me and told me to go up to the stage and to go up to the microphone and to sing a song. And I was like not even in school yet or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just like sitting here thinking it's a big game and stuff, but I did it. And so that was like my first time ever being like in a position where I even was like on a stage or anything like that. And I think it plays a big role in my life because I think by doing that, something that I don't even understand like that at such a young age, I think that is like where I guess my soul like held on to music because like for whatever reason, the rest of my life, long after I'm ever around anybody like from that period of my life at all or anything like that, I still end up clinging to music. Like later on in like sixth grade and stuff like that, I started trying to learn how to play songs on the piano because I saw a dude playing piano one time, and it was incredible because he'd be playing songs people liked and stuff, you know what I mean? And people would know the song, I wouldn't even know the song, but everyone would be doing the dance for it and stuff.
So Frequency, have you ever performed in a concert before?
No, no, never in a concert. I've featured on a track one time with some friends of mine who got to open for a headliner. A Boogie with the Hoodie came to Houston for his first time, and I'm not gonna lie, there was a very small crowd there, which I feel like personally Houston could have done better. I like A Boogie with the Hoodie a lot, but my friends got to open they have a group called Cash Flow Records, and they opened for Suave, Playboy Suave or something like that, I believe. But that's about the closest I've ever gotten to that.
Okay, so do you think you got enough energy to put on?
Yeah, I definitely have enough energy. Oh yeah, like I'm trying so hard right now to not talk nonstop. You guys have no idea. I'm not even kidding.
Hey, it's your moment though. You know, we don't want to step on your moment. It's your moment. So if you're excited, you're excited. I mean, who are we to tell you to stop talking?
Right.
It's your moment.
Exactly.
So I gotta ask you, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29.
Which, dude,
okay.
I've been working so hard on the music lately. I'm not even lying to you about this. All right, I'm only telling you this because who you are and stuff. You gotta check this out, dude. Like I've been working so hard on music and stuff lately, and I mean like hard on it, dude. Like I need to get sleep more often, which that's a song on that album. But anyways, when my birthday came around, I thought I turned 30. And so on my birthday, I celebrated my 30th birthday. The next day, I find out I'm 29 because I go to log into Facebook or something like that, and it had asked me for, yeah, dude, yeah. I told my girlfriend and everything, and she was like, "Are you serious? I thought you were joking yesterday." I was like, "No, I was serious."
So you turning up for your 30th birthday at 29.
Yeah, at 29.
Do that.
I gotta tell you, when I found out I was 29, bro, oh my God, I was so happy. I was like, I just got a whole year back. I was pumped.
Yo, man. Y'all, America, we are tuning in right now with Frequency, all right? So this dude on a whole nother level. In a few minutes, we're going to listen to one of his songs, get y'all adjusted to him. We just going to continue learning a little bit more about him. All right, so how is Houston like for your music career? Has it helped?
So So I think like well, maybe I don't really actually know as far as like how it would be in other places, but Houston, you like, I guess maybe more people would think is like easier to get like some type of music career started in, but I'd like to let those people know right now that it is not. It is not easier necessarily or not, because like maybe I'm looking in the wrong places. Because again, I don't have anybody coaching me on this or anything like that. I'm doing a lot of like Googling and then trying to reach out to people who I know are obviously experienced, but they don't usually answer me. But like I think music, I think Houston in general though, being Houston and the name it carries and weight it carries in music, I think that's helping me a lot because like with that, like if I wasn't from Houston, I couldn't mix my songs the way I do, you know what I mean? Because then I would be like, you know, swag jacking to an extent, I guess, but you know, like audio wise, because I'd be stealing like a style of music from a place I've never been, you know what I mean, and know nothing about. But
Right.
since I am here, you know what I mean? Like I think that like gives me enough verification basically to follow that. Plus, like there's like a couple things that like about Houston too that I'm in tune with. Like I like art a lot. Like somebody I know likes to go out and spray paint stuff and things like that and put big old fancy pretty looking messages on things like that, you know. And I tell them not to because that's not allowed. But either way, there's a big old bridge over the highway in Houston. I don't know why. Maybe because like I'm trying to figure it all out right now in my head or whatever. I can't remember the name of the highway, but either way, it says "Be Someone," and anybody from Houston like that's watching this right now knows exactly what I'm talking about. Otherwise, they've probably never been to downtown Houston, but if you have, then they've seen that big old "Be Someone" sign and stuff like that. And like I've been like doing things like that guy did basically. Or at least offering those ideas to someone I know that does those things, you know what I mean? And going around and trying to like capture pretty moments and stuff like that. Like it's nice whenever you find like art in the world and stuff. In downtown Houston, they got a lot of murals that people have done, and like I think we need more art in the world and stuff like that. And I think that Houston is definitely on the right track for that, and I'm proud to be a part of that, basically.
Most definitely. I'm sure the city is happy that you putting on for H-Town out there. Shout out to everybody in H-Town. So do you work with a producer or are you signed to a record label? Are you looking to sign to a record label? I mean, what's going on with you in those sense?
Well, I don't work with any producer, so like I was always growing up with my friends and stuff. Like I was always, for whatever weird reason, like I'll schedule a second interview. Don't ask me to live yet because I'm still growing a pair right now. You know what I'm saying? But I was the best in my group at like freestyling and stuff. I like to keep it real, but I was the best in my group at freestyling and stuff. So I was never really asked like on any or like looked to for any producer stuff, but I did have all these ideas that I never knew how to recreate on the track and stuff like that, which that those, luckily for me, like me having that, like I think ideas could have been another stage name I could have used, but having ideas all the time like that, that's actually led me. I'm like a lifetime learner, dude. I'm willing to learn. If I am compassionate or passionate or whatever it is about something enough, like I'll do whatever it takes to learn it. You know what I mean? Like I won't do anything else but learn it. Sometimes I feel like certain things I'm so passionate about, like it's my primary motive. You know what I mean? So, and that's kind of like what music's become. And so like I've taught myself a hella lot, but there are a couple of Houston producers at some of the like actual studios and stuff like that, because I've gone to a few professional studios, like where like Lil Yachty did some stuff at one of them. I remember because I'd be seeing like plaques and stuff like that they had on the wall letting people know like their accomplishments. But a lot of those guys, they're really cool. They would let me take notes, like because as my friends and stuff would be laying vocals and stuff, they'd be right there on the spot editing and pre-mixing, I guess, all that stuff and getting it ready for whenever they give them the actual final copy. But they're doing that so they can give them a version of the song basically for when they leave. They can have that already. But basically I would sit there and I'd take notes like for however long we were there on everything that guy would do, and I pay super close attention to detail, like especially during automation and stuff like that, and I'm glad I did, because like a lot of problems with people's songs whenever they're like trying to create themselves and make themselves an icon to whatever extent, I guess they don't if they didn't go to school, they don't know the tricks of the trade and stuff like that. And so like I'm just glad I took notes when I did, because it makes a huge difference. Like it makes a huge difference knowing like what to do rather than just trying stuff until you think it sounds good. You know what I mean? Saves a lot of time.
I've been on this little kick where I've been asking people tonight on the interviews about around about how much money do you spend as an artist to put a song out? So, and
Uh,
I mean the whole process.
okay. So like, does that include like if there's like a video being made for that, or is that just like the
Give me
whole?
both. Just both. So one with
Okay.
a
Okay.
video and one without.
So so with the video, like it would obviously get a little bit more costly. But my thing is, with me, like I already can do so much of it on my own. You know, I really don't spend a lot of money, if at all, like making any of my tracks. Like, to be completely honest, obviously you spend money on like the software and stuff like that initially and stuff, but other than that though, like I really don't like, because I'll go out and I'll find like a track that I like of one of my like favorite, you know, beat makers on YouTube or whatever, and I'll sample a piece off of that, and I'll let them know and everything and stuff like that. They're all really cool. But either way, like I'll come together with a beat, and then I lay my own vocals, and I've followed like all my own, you know, tutorials on that. Not my tutorials, but tutorials online. I like, and like gotten like the knowledge I need to maintain it like on the level it needs to be maintained on in order to for it to be accepted on any like level of professional. You know what I mean? And
So
then
let me
what?
ask you a question. Let me ask you a big question, Frequency. No,
All
not to
right.
cut you off. No, not to cut you off. Just so do you already got your name trademarked? Is your music already copyrighted? Like, are you ready? Are you ready? So
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Is your stuff protected against, there's
Yeah,
always
I
so
get
many
what you're
people out
saying.
there. Are you protected against all of that?
So I've been like looking into trademarking my name and stuff like that, and I found out basically that it isn't taken yet or nothing like that, and that I can get it. But in order for me to like it was I don't know, it was more or less a pretty like pinch of change that it costed for me to do that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And basically like uh I guess I just oh shit, my phone shut off.
Uh-oh. All right, y'all. Frequencies having a little bit of technical difficulties, so y'all gonna have to apologize for my boy. Um, what we'll do is we'll go ahead. He's getting so good. Shout out to Frequency. We love you still. We're gonna get him back on another interview. So as you see, we do live interviews, so it's on the spot. So Frequency, we still love you. Just log back on there. We here. We're gonna schedule him a different interview time and date so that he can get back on here and continue talking. All right, America, it's your girl Stud the Kid. I'm out. Y'all stay blessed out there. Remember, if you're looking for free interviews, hit us up, email us. If you are an artist and you need housing, daycares, schools, anything like that, you want to grow your career, build your career, distribution. If you want anything, contact us immediately. We are doing major things for artists. Again, please don't be sketchy, artists. So 30% of our services are free, including interviews, including getting you on performances. So, and then we have other services that will benefit you, your family, if you have kids, etc. If you need help getting your name trademarked, music copyrighted, you need help growing who you are as an artist, please don't be scared. Again, Exposure Explosion Festival is going live. All right, see y'all tomorrow.